Two guys that are all too familiar with one another.
Really contrasting styles.
Absolutely. These two did not meet up when Kent State and Buffalo wrestled each other earlier this year. The only time they've wrestled was a year ago in January 23, and Schaffer won via pin.
Schaffer wants that wide open, let's get into some flurries kind of match. And Mitchell, we saw Mitchell in his loss here that he was vulnerable to the takedown. Smith really kind of got after him. 3 high crotches on him to take him down. Did 3 takedowns on him. That time Mitchell, again, with that little drag by, trying to pick up the ankle on that. We saw that in his first 3 matches. That was his takedown.
But Schaffer kind of wise to it and gave him the okie doke.
Schaffer's one of those guys, when he gets in a flurries, very oftentimes comes out on top. Really good sense with his hips and his balance. And there's Mitchell with that arm drag, and Schaffer stepping through it.
Not a ton here early on, but it's been Mitchell the one that's taken the first couple of shots here.
A couple of those drag attempts, and that time Schaffer with a little elbow pass trying to open a leg up, nothing doing there, and get another drag there that Schaffer runs through.
So this is the final match of the Mid-American Conference tournament. This to figure out who at 197 pounds is going to get that second auto bid.
A little upper body here. Mitchell with the underhook, switching back and forth off of underhooks. Stalling warning on Schaffer now. Another attempt by Mitchell. Little flipper shuck there. Schaffer gets to the side, can't finish it off. Really with a leg attack so far. Mitchell with 3 or 4 drags and that Schaffer ran through, and Schaffer with a little flipper shuck that he can't get an angle on.
10 seconds left here. That's plenty of time for both these guys, the way that we've seen the pace pick up in matches at 197. But 3, 2, and 1, that's going to be a scoreless opening period.
Buffalo's choice. Mitchell defers to Schaffer. Schaffer's going to go down. 0-0 as we enter the second period here in our last match of the evening. Schaffer to his feet. Mitchell really strong his return. Schaffer tries to Granby out. Mitchell does a nice job of following with it.
Just looking for the restart there. And pretty savvy move there by Schaffer, knowing where he is.
Yep. Schaffer with a nice Granby, but nice follow by Mitchell.
And a false start here on
Mitchell.
Yep.
Schaffer back to his feet again. Mitchell with a trip to bring him back down to the mat. Schaffer quickly back to his feet. We saw Mitchell with several mat returns yesterday and today.
And we get a stalling warning against, I believe, Mitchell there.
Mitchell, yeah.
They're throwing him out, but Schaffer trying to say that he had gotten it before, he had gotten loose before. But Schaffer again.
Schaffer doesn't get the quick start off the whistle that time. Mitchell working on top a little bit. Schaffer again back to his feet. Working the hands. Mitchell pulling him out of bounds. I'd be surprised they don't give Schaffer a point here. Nope.
That's what Coach Andrassi is asking for. Again, reason we're wrestling for a true second is these guys have one common loss, and that is to the champion, Ben Smith. So Schaffer has taken over a minute here to get free of Mitchell's grasp, but that's why we're still scoreless.
Stalling warning on Mitchell.
And we've got stalling warnings on both sides. Like that's the second stalling warning.
I thought so, but maybe not.
Maybe there's a little bit more leeway given the magnitude of this match. Schaffer trying to get back to his feet. He's gotten to this position a couple of times and finally gets let go.
And back in those collar ties. Trying to work an underhook.
Three, 2, and 1, and we'll go to the third. You have to figure that Mitchell's going to go down. And he will. It's pretty imperative for Schaffer to at least maintain control for 25 seconds or so.
Trying to race the riding time. Mitchell quickly up, Schaffer into a crab ride, Mitchell out in 3 seconds. So Mitchell essentially with a 2-1 lead right now. Minute 50 to go in the bout. 1-1 on the board, but Mitchell has riding time. Schaffer with a shot with his head down. Mitchell behind. Gonna get his 3. Mitchell with the takedown. Just not a good and Schaffer coming up out of that, and you get a potentially dangerous call.
It's a quick whistle there. The Kent State staff doesn't like it.
No. Schaffer thought he was coming up around for the reversal on that one. Referee's going to put him back down. He's down 4-1 right now.
Not a place that Schaffer necessarily wants to be in, considering it took him a minute 20 to get out the last time, but
Mitchell's
just going to let him go.
Schaffer got to get some kind of offense going here. Mitchell taking a peek at the clock right there. High crouch for Schaffer. Mitchell coming around behind.
Nothing really there.
.40 seconds. Schaffer's really got to push the tempo here. Mitchell, another stalling on Mitchell. That should be a point.
That's huge if Schaffer's able to get a takedown here. Mitchell essentially playing keep away at this point, though.
Mitchell will give him another point on the...
Down to 10 seconds.
Schaffer in. He's got to finish quick. It's going to be tough from in between the legs. Mitchell just trying to lock him in there. Nope, he's going to stay in the drape right there and hold
2-1,
on.
and that's going to do it.
5-3 win for Mitchell.
So Mitchell withstands the challenge from Schaffer and will take the 5-3 victory with riding time. So it will be Mitchell and Smith that are going to Kansas City. Schaffer squarely on the bubble, probably on the outside, looking in for that large.
Yeah, absolutely. That's tough. He needed to pull that one out. Again,
so let's take a look at how this one finished up. Schaffer finally was able to get in on Mitchell, but really ran out of time.
Head in between, it's always tough because they're just going to lock in the crotch on you, and they can hold out 15, 20 seconds there, gut wrenches. Mitchell knew that he wasn't in any trouble being scored on right there. Schaffer did what he had to do, try to do the flop